We got a game here in the color yellow. Oh my god. In the color yellow, playing as the Ottomans, it is Valdemar. And in the color blue, playing as the Order of the Dragon, it is this one I don't know how to read. The first letter is like teeth. This B, I don't know. I don't really know what that is. Our Chinese friend, opening up with already with the barracks, ready for action here. Man, China server is wild, definitely. China server is wild for sure. It is wild. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Oh, what happened? Ah, there you go. Okay, sorry for that. Spearman. Luckily for me, it takes a long time to get the Spearman going with the Order of the Dragon. Gilded Spearman already there. But I'm gonna run here for into Valdemar's base, potentially denying the gold. Let's see if he will arrive on time. These guys do not have the marching drills. They did skip the Lex Day, so they will have a tougher time to arrive on time, unlike the Holy Roman Empire. So, meanwhile, Valdemar already there with a military school, so he's ready to defend. He's gonna need more than one spearman though. This guy is very... He did skip the legs day, but he didn't skip the chest and the back and the shoulders and... I don't know, the facelift. Any other thing than the leg, he did train quite a lot, so... One spearman is just not gonna be enough. It's just not gonna be enough, and... Gold, it's gonna be the night now, and Valdemar only has 2 villagers on gold, and... Looks like he's pulling 10 villagers now. He's gonna try to mine the gold as soon as possible. Meanwhile, our Chinese friend looks like he's not deciding to create more spearmen. Just one is enough. I don't need to really do an expend extra resources. Like this guy is already buff enough. Looks like Valdemar has enough gold, and you know, you gotta adapt to the situation. Not necessarily the build order you wish you had, but hey, if you get rush, you can just pull everyone, get the gold you want, and go back home and like nothing happened, and just put everyone on foot until you age up. Meanwhile, the spearman is ignoring completely what this spearman is doing. He's just going directly into the base. He knows he built a barracks, so he's not gonna be aging up that soon. Especially Order of the Dragon. I think they have a decent timing, to be honest. I think they do. I mean, Holy Roman for sure. Meanwhile, Valdemar already aging up with that twin minaret dress. It's gonna be with 5 villagers. And Order of the Dragon going with the Akon Chapel. Debatable. The position of the Akon Chapel, you're losing quite a lot of food here, but yeah, I think it's no problem. You can put it here. I mean, your spearman cannot kill you. You just put it here on the wood line, and you're good to go. And you will get the same amount of resources. In fact, I think you will even get the gold here, which you don't have at the moment. Yeah, not the best position for the Akon Chapel for sure. Villagers gonna fight back. Remember, these are Order of the Dragon villagers. They do quite a go to the gym from time to time. So this spearman is just gonna be causing some idle time, but not gonna be able to kill any villager yet. Just try to harass, try to bother here and there. Definitely causing some damage. And you know, when the villager is very low on health, probably he's gonna go for the punishment for eating sheep forever and ever. Meanwhile, another spearman coming for Order of the Dragon, and he's gonna send it to the gold most likely, just to deal with this. One spearman can deal with both of them, and he's also getting the upgrade. Meanwhile, Valdemar already have 8 on wood, so I'm most likely thinking about getting that production buildings on. I don't think he's thinking about a fast castle or something. He's gonna be putting some pressure in the Feudal Age. Spearman already arrived here, and he's gonna wear some armor this time, and Ottoman Spearman is not gonna get any upgrade soon. You need a barracks for that, so he's gonna go back home. Try to run from the big guy. Meanwhile, this other big guy is already here, wandering in the gold again. He's gonna show his friend who's a real spearman. Amazing stuff. I love these Dark Age actions games that usually they almost never happen. They almost never happen. And the other day I played this Dark Age only challenge. Well, it's kind of really fun, to be honest. Very, very fun. Has its own challenge, the Dark Age. Definitely. Meanwhile, double broadaxe already there. Oh my god, it hurts to see. It hurts to see the position of the Archon Chapel. Probably it's one of... I mean, I know this is a very, very decent player. We're talking about 1.8k elo. Maybe... And that's something I was reading the other day, is like... your elo doesn't really match your skill with specific civ. Like, for example, you play Abbasid your whole life, and then you play Silently French, and you just play like it's completely like out of your rank, you know. And looks like we're gonna have man at arms now. Not the best unit to deal with the Sipahi, but it's gonna do fine. It's gonna do fine for now. Horseman coming for Order of the Dragon, as well as +1 melee attack coming for him. Gonna be charging into that Sipahi. Amazing unit. Amazing unit. This is one of... I think this is one of the best... Maybe the best horseman in the game. I mean, this one technically occupies 2 space, so we're not talking about equal terms, but... Sipahi, very, very good. Has a lot of... range attack. Very, very good. Has fortitude. Everything good about this unit. However, Valdemar cannot deal with those spearmen yet with those Sipahi. He needs archery range, and he already have one here. Second military school coming up for him. I'm putting the villager count here just so that you can check the build order. Already 8 minutes into the game, so let's take a look at the income per minute. It's gonna be really interesting to see where do these guys stand. Looks like Order of the Dragon is just gonna keep just attacking, you know. Primitive strategy. Just attack and pray for the best. Horsemen are already there to deal with those archers. Gonna be careful not to lose those archers. Get a big hit. Valdemar loses the archer, and Spearman managed to get some damage into those Sipahi. So not the best engagement so far. Not the best engagement. Now we're getting closer to the point where, you know, Ottomans take some time to build up. They take some time to get that army out, and even you lose some units. Hey, you know, you have 3 units coming from your military school, so eventually you will be fine the longer the feudal game it is for you. However, these man-at-arms are definitely gonna be an issue. No Mainware Palace for Order of the Dragon, so they're not gonna be as tanky with a Golden Kura, so not that scary anymore. +1 melee armor coming for Order of the Dragon. At this point, I have a feeling he should have gone for the main work. Like, he's really prioritizing his army in the early game. Meanwhile, army numbers for Valdemar starting to catch up. And looks like he can have a decent engagement this time. There's plenty of units here. Look at the Sipahi, doing so much damage. Spearman goes down, but single horseman just trying to take down the archers. And they're doing not bad, to be honest. They're doing not bad. Man-at-Arms just tanking more damage. And a single horseman just dealing with all the archers, but now that it's surrounded, looks like horseman may potentially go down. Managed to escape. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Valdemar's base. Already have plenty of production coming up for him. Feel very good about himself. He's going for the gold now. Either he wants to go for that castle age, either you know, he has been out of gold for quite some time. Maybe he wants to speed up the process of getting those upgrades, eco upgrades, military upgrades. That could be it as well. But we will see. We will see more horsemen coming for Order of the Dragon. And we're gonna see some archers now. Not a huge fan of Order of the Dragon Feudal Age. Very, very scary on the Castle Age. Extremely scary on the Imperial Age. And looks like there is no spearman for Valdemar yet. These are not hardened spearman yet. But looks like he's macroing for going that Castle Age. And to be honest, with those military schools out there, you're gonna have a great time. You're still pumping some units to defend. You're not gonna die if you try to go to that Castle Age. This year point already there. I don't really see what he chose, but most likely it's a third military school, an extra military school, or you know, the extra production speed. I'm not really sure, but we don't see the AMAMs. So Mehmed Imperial Armory coming up for Valdemar. It's gonna be upgrading those Sipahi, getting those man-at-arms, getting those, especially getting those knights. If he builds a stable there, I already have a stable, sorry. So knights are gonna be really good for him now. Knights, man-at-arms, everything good about the Castle Age. And he's just trying to gain some time, just moving the units away, just try to keep his opponent focused on other areas of the map. Meanwhile, Order of the Dragon already go with 28 military units. Technically it's 14, but because they occupy 2 population space, it's 28. And he's going now that he sees the age up, he's gonna go deep dive into Valdemar's base, but not all his units are here. Most of his units are on the way, are dealing with some annoyance. And that's what happens when you click the bait. Valdemar just gonna cancel the outpost, loses 2 villagers, and now Order of the Dragon is just deep dive into the base. This is a really hard position, but now Valdemar just released the Janissaries. That's all you need. Archers focusing on those Janissaries. But not enough Janissaries to deal with this, unfortunately. He's just gonna have to survive for now. Man-at-arms are already there to tank the damage. And to be fair, if he keeps fighting under the town center, it's just gonna... I mean, he's definitely idling his economy, but he's also losing his army mass that he had. And fighting under the town center, not always the best idea. Single archer in the base now, and looks like our Order of the Dragon player will have to retreat for now. More farms coming up for him, and unfortunately he wants to stay more in the Feudal Age. I don't see any signs of a transition to the Castle Age for him, and he's losing quite a lot of army. And Valdemar is now in the Castle Age. He survived the push of the Order of the Dragon, and it's just gonna go for it now. Three military schools already there, so a lot of units will pump from Valdemar's base, and Looks like Order of the Dragon just needs some time to go to that castle age. The question is, what are you gonna do with that? You can go to the burger, which is not a bad landmark these days. Not so bad, considering your opponent is already thinking about capturing some relics. Regnis Cathedral looks like a really risky choice, especially when you don't have any army for yourself. Valdemar just waiting for that mangonel, waiting for that, having that mass from the Ottomans that we usually love to see when the game goes for a long time. And we're gonna see man-at-arms. Fortunately, not enough production for Order of the Dragon, and considering they take so long to build, like he's just gonna need time. I mean, these are tanky units, and you can see the economy for Order of the Dragon is actually quite nice. Look at the food economy. And to be fair, when you play the Ottomans, you feel like you don't need as much food as the other civilizations, and you still can pump army. So, but it's just a massive difference. We're talking about same number of villagers, but these villagers are stronger. And you know, Icon Chapel, just doing some work now, finally. And now is Regnis Cathedral. With some luck, he can get some relics. I believe he can get 2 of them. That will be very fortunate for him. Will be very, very good for him, but like these villagers know how to defend themselves. Oh my god, what's going on with my words today? I cannot even pronounce things. I don't even know if that will happen the same in my mother language, which is Spanish. I will need to try. I haven't cast games in Spanish. I did once, but that's it. And to be fair, I felt quite comfortable with that. Like, it's just words just flow naturally. Whereas in English, I'm like processing everything slowly. Looks like Valdemar will find the wall and have to break through it. One relic coming for Order of the Dragon. We have the door at the back, so most likely we'll be safe. There is no army nearby. Man-at-arms are already here. These are already upgraded, but crossbows are already joining the party for Valdemar. I already have 8 crossbows, and the rest of the army, it's already coming here. Mangonel shot directly into that archer. That was personal, to be honest. And now Man-at-arms just tanking damage. Horseman not upgraded yet. Not upgraded. You will love to see, like, you know, a gilded knight will just be so good here, but you cannot really go cavalry against Ottomans just because they get access to Janissaries. And as soon as they see that you go for a lot of cavalry units, they're just gonna build a lot of Janissaries, and there's nothing you can do about it. So just stick to the infantry composition. Stick to the infantry composition, should be good enough for you. Crossbow already there for Order of the Dragon. Let's see how they can hold here. Unfortunately, they don't look like they can hold that much. Not enough numbers for him. Mangonel just focusing on the farms. That's always, it always feels good to take down the enemy farms. Veteran archers coming for Order of the Dragon. And a second Mangonel already arrived. And that's a problem, because it's really hard to snipe these Mangonels without cavalry. And you cannot go cavalry because there are Janissaries there. And Valdemar is just gonna, you know what, it's just gonna build a keep in your face. There's nothing you can do about it. With how many villagers is this? Only 11 villagers. Getting it slow but steady, but denying pretty much half of the food economy of the Order of the Dragon under the Icon Chapel. And there's enough units to defend those villagers. Mangonels just gonna do a great job against all those archers and gilded. crossbows. Another shot gets another decent shot. And the keep gets up. And Order of the Dragon taps out. Well played by these two players. I really enjoyed this match.